Okay guys, it's 3:30, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm not known to lie, so I'll let you know that today is a pretty wicked leg day. There'll be plenty of options to modify, but we're gonna celebrate the last 2 weeks of this class with some workouts that are my personal favorites. This one especially. This one I find is very difficult to do, so we're gonna have some lighter weights. Everybody online, if you don't have the ball, I promise every single movement we do can be done without the ball. I probably say that, and then sometimes you can't do any of the movements that we do, but I promise this one, you do not need it. The ball is not our friend. It is definitely our foe, but it's going to make activation 10 times more. But yeah, with that being said, you guys know the drill. You guys are OGs, so if you need a modification, take a modification. If you need a break, take a break. Let's make it so I can end my last 2 weeks without having to fill out any injury paperwork. That would be awesome. That's my dream. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. Start those watches. Feel free. Oh my gosh, my watch thinks I'm going to do a hike. We are not about to hike. Anyways, we're going to start in that tabletop position. Go ahead and give me just a few cat-cows. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, squeeze the core, bring the ribs to the hips, press through the palms. Inhale, lift the chest, open up through the collarbones, stretch through the core. Exhale, round the spine, ribs to hips. At your pace, finding a rhythm for your breath. This is also a great time to check in with your body. Figure out how you want to show up for class today. Is it just mobility that you want to focus on, or do you want to increase that intensity level? The option is yours. Just pay attention to how you're feeling and what you are up for. On our next exhale, we're going to find that neutral spine. We're going to step our left leg all the way up to the outside of our left hand and just rock forward and back. Really trying to stretch out the hips. Keep the hips parallel to the wall in front of you and the ground beneath you. You want to feel a little bit of a stretch through the hamstring, in the glute, in the hip, all the fun things. One more deep breath in. We're going to end on that bend. Reach the arm all the way up. Plant that right arm on the ground. Option to send that arm back, deepening the stretch. One more deep breath in. Let's windmill our hand back down to the ground. We're going to step that foot back, doing the same thing for the other leg now. Right foot to the outside of that right hand. We're just going to rock forward and back, trying to feel a nice stretch. As we rock, we're trying to focus on increasing that mobility. Maybe you try to deepen that stretch through your hips a little bit more. Maybe you try to send your hips a little bit further back. Find a deeper stretch to the hamstrings. So many options. One more deep breath in. Let's end on that bend. We're going to reach our right arm all the way up. Open that chest. Look over those fingertips. And option to drop the arm all the way back. Inhale, windmilling all the way forward. We're going to step that foot back. Crossing our legs behind us. We're going to drop down onto our glutes for our favorite stretch ever. Go ahead and cactus out your arms either side of your head and just gently drop the knees to either side, alternating. The goal is to get that inner knee to tap the mat as much as you can. I'm pretty sure it's impossible. I've never been able to, but if you can, let me know because now I'm interested. We're just going to keep breathing. Trying to keep those shoulders planted as much as you can on the floor as well. One more deep breath in. We're going to find center here. Go ahead and kick that left leg out. Bring that right leg up to your chest. Give it a nice hug. And we're going to do a few circles. Really trying to warm up the lower body. Embracing the freezing cold room. And let's go in the other direction. Last deep breath in. We're going to pull that knee all the way over to the left. Cactus out through your right arm. Look over your right shoulder. Feel that twist through your spine. Be sure that that shoulder is still planted as much as you can have it in the mat. And we'll come all the way back up through center. Other leg. Go ahead and send that right leg back. Bring that left leg forward. And we're just going to take those tiny circles. When you're ready, let's switch directions. And last deep breath in. Let's pull that leg all the way over to the right. Cactus out through the left arm. Look over your left shoulder and plant it into the mat. One last deep breath in. We'll come all the way back through center. You guys know the drill. We're going to start with some core. Live, laugh, love, core. We may split up core again into those 2 circuits, but I don't know yet. Depends on time. We're going to place the ball between the knees, and we're just going to give it a little bit of pressure through the thighs, trying to activate through the inner thighs a little bit. Feel free to grab the weights here as well. And we're going to go straight into some chest lifts. So inhale, extend the arms all the way up and overhead. Keep those ankles within tapping distance. They're about hip width apart. Squeeze those knees together. Exhale, lift the chest, rolling up, abdominal by abdominal, and roll all the way back down. Rolling all the way up, and take it all the way back down. Be sure you're not propelling yourself forward with those weights. I know they're helping you lift, but you shouldn't be slingshotting yourself forward. It's going to give you whiplash, and then if you hit your head, that's also going to hurt really bad. Not that I've done that before. Again, we're just doing this with our breath. Inhale to lower, slow and in control. Exhale to lift. Trying to feel each row of our core activate as we lift. You've got 2 more, and then we'll add that tricep extension. Last one. We're going to hit that chest lift. We're going to slowly roll all the way back down. Arms are still extended. We're going to take a bend through the elbow, trying to activate through the backs of our arms. Tricep extension. Press all the way back up, straight into that chest lift. And lower back down. Just adding that tricep layer. You've got this. Can you lift your chest a little bit higher? Can you take that chest lift a little bit slower? Can you give me 2 more? Use that breath, slowing it down. Last one. On this next chest lift, we're going to add that leg lift to reverse tabletop. Shins are parallel to the ceiling. We drop it all the way back down. Tricep extension. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. If you need to break it up step by step, that's totally okay. Or you can combine that lift with that leg lift as well. Can you give me 5 more? Keeping those arms straight. Slowing it down. You've got 2. Last one, leave those legs in that reverse tabletop position. Just take that chest lift with that tricep extension. Keeping your lower back fully pressed into the mat. Don't let yourself tunnel out. Keep that core engaged. Don't let this take over in your lower back. If you find your lower back is starting to hurt, drop your legs back down to the ground. We don't want to push through it. We want to make sure that we're keeping the engagement that we want. Otherwise, tomorrow you'll just be in pain and you'll have no results, and we don't want that. Can you give me 2 more? Last one, coming up into that chest lift. Extend the legs out, keep them straight. Rebend, drop it down, tricep extension. Exhale, lift. Inhale, extend the legs. Exhale, rebend. Inhale to lower. You've got 4. 3. 2. Last one, gonna hold the legs extended. Hold that chest lift up. Rebend, extend. Keep that chest lifted. Core is activated. Don't let your lower back tunnel out. The lower you drop your legs, the harder it's gonna be. If you need to relax through the back, keep your legs lifted. You've got this. Can you give me 4, 3, 2, almost done. You've got it. Deep breath. Last one, hold those legs extended. We pulse the ball for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Give those knees a hug. Aren't you so glad core is probably done? We love core. I thought that was so exciting. We're gonna hit some glute bridge stuff. We're gonna start with a little glute bridge warm up so we get that activation, and then we're gonna go into some single side work. Remember with the single side work, if you need to not do a unilateral movement because it's getting too difficult, there's always that option. Sometimes a single leg glute bridge can be like the worst thing in the entire world, so just go at your own pace, do what feels comfortable for you. We're not gonna use those weights for the warm up portion. Ha ha ha. It's my gift from me to you. All we're gonna do is bring our heels into that position, about hip distance apart. Make sure you can tap onto either one. We're gonna extend that ball all the way up and overhead. When you are ready, go ahead and press all of your weight into your heels. Roll the pelvic floor up and in, and gently press off, each vertebra at a time. Straight into some spinal articulations. You can hold for a little bit at the top as well if you need to, just to feel that activation through the glutes. Keep those breaths. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. If you're feeling this in your hamstrings, I'm gonna have you move your feet a little bit further into your glutes, but if you're feeling it in your quads, go ahead and walk your feet a little bit further away. This is primarily a glute movement. You're lifting through that core, keeping it engaged, but you're pressing up through those glutes. Sending your weight into your heels. Last one. Holding in that glute bridge. Can you flat back, hinge at the hips, drop the hips down, tap the tailbone to the mat, and lift it all the way back up. Just finding those pelvic taps. You're gonna find that you feel a lot more glute activation through this movement. That's totally okay. If you need a little bit more support here, you can always drop the hands down onto the floor beside you, just for some extra support and balance. If you want to increase that intensity, you can always leave the ball up and over the head. Can you give me 3 more? 2, press those hips a little bit higher. Last one, pressing all the way up. We're gonna pulse for 2, 1, 2, then find that pelvic tap again.
So we lift up, pulse, pulse, drop it back down. Squeeze through those glutes. Use that core. Don't let your lower back take over. If you feel your lower back start to have some tension, check in with your form. Maybe you slow it down. Modifications are okay, breaks are okay. Go at your pace. You've got 3, 2. Last one, hold it lifted. We just pulse. Can you give me 8, 7, 6. Lift those hips. 5, 4, 3, 2. We don't drop. 1, hold it lifted. Can you hold for 10, 9. Squeeze those glutes. Lift the hips. Core's engaged. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Give those legs a hug. Do we feel so warmed up now? Go ahead and get a quick drink of water. We'll be back in about 5 seconds. If I was better with time management, that might be more threatening. But when you're ready, we're going to start with the left side. So placing the ball under your left foot. You want to try to maintain the ball shape the entire time here. Our working leg will be our right leg, which means we're driving up through our right glute. The left leg's just kind of there for balance and to make sure the ball doesn't roll away and to make things 10 times harder, but we're going to have so much fun. So when you're ready, go ahead and lift those arms all the way up and overhead. Option to use those weights. We're going to go back into those pelvic taps. Lifting, driving up through that left or that right glute and dropping it back down. Making sure our hips are even as we press up on that exhale. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Couple more, you've got this. 4, 3, 2. Last one, let's add in those arms. As we drop the hips, we drop the arms, find that chest fly. Slight micro bend through the elbows. We don't want to hyperextend anything. Exhale to lift. Inhale, drop it all the way down. Exhale to lift. We've got 6, 5, 4. Driving up through that glute. 3. Core is still engaged. 2. 1 more, then we're gonna add on to this layer. Last one, finding all the way up through center. Hold that glute bridge. Option to extend that left leg, roll the ball out and roll the ball back in. Pelvic tap with that chest fly. Bring it all the way back up through center. Extend the leg, bring it back in, pelvic tap. Remember that at any point in time, you can always stick with the previous layer if something gets too difficult. All I ask is that you try. Keep that breath. Can you give me 3, 2. Last one, adding that new layer, pressing all the way up. As you extend that left leg, can you extend your right arm? Bring it all the way back through center. Drop it down. This is our last layer. We do have a few more movements left, but I promise it doesn't get more complicated than this. Can you give me 5? Squeeze that glute, lift your hips. 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it lifted. Just extend the leg, extend the arm, bring it back through center. Opposite arm, opposite leg, extend, back through center. We're here for 5, 4, 3. Keep those hips even. 2. Last one, bring it all through center. Keep those hips lifted high. We're just gonna pulse it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Give those legs a hug. Good job, guys. Love a leg day. That was so awesome and exciting. You know what's even greater is that now we get to switch and do the same thing for the other leg. Go ahead and get a quick drink of water if you need to. Take a break, get your affairs in order. Okay, when you're ready, go ahead and grab the ball. Place it under your right foot. Make sure that your left foot is still within tapping distance and that it is about the same, centered to your hip, I guess. And we're gonna extend those arms up and overhead. You know what's first. Let's go straight into those pelvic taps, driving up through the left glute. Make sure that all of your weight is in that left heel. Squeeze through the core as you lift. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Trying to maintain the round shape of the ball. We're not pressing all of our weight into that right foot. Trying to keep as little of weight as we can in that foot, actually. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Can you give me 3 more? Get those hips in the air. 2. Last one. Add in that fly. Slight bend through the elbows. Drop the arms down. Lift them back up through center. Drop the hips. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Add that fly. Squeeze through your core. You can give me 3, 2, 1. Back through center, rolling that ball out. Extend that right leg. Roll it back in, drop it down. Keep on breathing. We're almost done. For 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it back up through center. This time as you extend your leg, can you extend the arm? Lift those hips. Don't let them drop. We're keeping them even. 4 more. You've got this. 3. 1. Bring it all the way back up through center. We're just extending that arm, extending that leg. Bring it back through. Get those hips up. You've got this. Deep breath. We're so close to being done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back through center. Don't let those hips drop. We pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Give the legs a hug. And that was all for groundwork. Now we have the fun part, the most exciting part, dare I say. Go ahead and take that break. We'll meet back up in standing. There's a few different ways you could do standing today, just because it is quite aggressive. The hard part is sticking the ball under your heel. That's an option. Or you can take this into a normal lunge. And as you lunge, you can roll the ball up and down the leg. You will just have to hold both weights in one hand if you choose to use the weights. Or, as you lunge, this will get difficult with later layers. You can drop the knee down, press into the ball, lift it all the way up. Drop it down, lift up. Those are your options. Or you can forego the ball completely. That's always an option. I will be showing
the harder one because I think it's fun. But do what your body tells you to do today. When you're ready, we're gonna step that right foot a little bit further back. There's also the blocks. If the ball does get too weebly wobbly, go ahead and use the blocks in there. It'll just give you a little bit more stability. But in our lunge position, we're gonna drop that back knee down. As we lift up to standing, we're gonna find a hammer curl. Super simple, drop it down, bring it back up to standing hammer curl. You've got this. Can you give me 4 more? Keep that weight in that left leg, right leg's just there for balance. 2. Last 1. This time as we drop it down, we'll add a new layer. Just finding here, lift the chest up, frontal raise, drop it back down, stand, hammer curl. Drop it down, lift, lower, stand, hammer curl. 3 more. 2. Last 1. This time as we drop it down, we're gonna lift in that front raise, curling it forward, step to the front, step back, drop it down, release, stand, hammer curl. You've got it. Can you give me 4 more? Deep breaths. 2. I know that leg's burning. Last 1. Please don't hate me for this next set. We're gonna lower it down. Hold that lunge. Frontal raise. Drop it down. Frontal raise. Drop it down. We've got 3 more. 2. 1. Don't hate me. We're gonna hold this next frontal raise. Step it in and step it back. Step it in, step it back. For 3, 2, 1. Step it all the way in. Can you pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stand. Wasn't that so exciting? You just did something that's so hard. And now you only have to do it on the other leg. After we get done with our center work, we love center work. It's a nice break for both the legs, or at least it makes both the legs just as tired. When you're ready, go ahead and bring it back through center. You're gonna stick both heels on the ball, if you can, if you choose. Or you can just take it into a narrow stance squat. That's totally optional as well. And that's kind of hard to at least get both heels on the ball. But all we're gonna do is bring those weights to the shoulders. Drop it down, hinge at the hips. All that weight is in those quads. Lift it up and press. Just a little squat press. Legs are feeling so strong. Keep that core engaged. I know we like to drop the chest as our legs get tired. Don't do that. You've got it. Can you give me 4, 3, 2, 1. On this next one, we're gonna drop it down. Lifting halfway, drop it all the way back down, and lift all the way to press. You can do a curl to press if you want to add in a little bit more arm motion commotion. Just make sure you're not giving out through your core. Legs stay strong. Can you give me 3? 2. 1. You already see it coming. We're gonna drop it all the way down. Hold here, just half lift and lower. Half lift and lower. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that squat. Can you pulse the heels down and lift? Down and lift. If you're doing a normal squat, you're just doing heel lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last little burner. We pulse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That was so exciting. Now that our legs are evenly haggard, we're gonna take it over to the right side. Guys, we're just having such a great time. I love legs. Okay, get a drink of water if you need it. We'll be back in about like 5 seconds. Repeat the same thing on the right leg. Remember, we're keeping all that weight in the ball of our foot. Left leg's just there for balance. Woo. Keep that core engaged. I know it's probably getting tired. If you're starting to feel it through your back, take those breaks. Don't hurt your back. Your back is so important. Anywho, we're just gonna drop it down. Find that lunge squat. And bring it back up. Hammer curl. Drop it down. Bring it back up. Make sure you feel your right quad activating. More balance you put in the heel of your foot, the harder it may be, but the more activation you may feel. You've got this. 4 more. 3, 2, 1 more, then let's hit that frontal raise. Drop it down, lift it up, we curl, and drop it down. Frontal raise, release, stand, hammer curl. I feel like the hardest part is just remembering all of the steps while trying to maintain that activation. But you've got this. You've made it this far. Can you give me 3 more? 2. Last one, we drop it down, frontal raise. Curl it in, step that foot in, release, lower, lift, curl. Frontal raise, step it in, release, lift, curl. You think you can do 4 more for me? I think you can. And 4, 2. Last one, don't hate me. You know what's coming next. Oh, I forgot the curl. Whoops. Okay, now we drop it down. Frontal raise and lower. Hold that lunge. I know your legs are burning on you. If you need that break, take that break. Just don't quit. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it in, step it back. Step it in, step it back. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it all the way in. We pulse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ouch. That was so awesome, so wonderful. I have a surprise. We love a surprise. We're gonna take it all the way back through center. We're gonna place the ball between the knees. Get a little bit of inner thigh action going on now. It's okay, you've got this. Now that our legs are evenly distributed, I believe in you. Only a couple more minutes left. We're not even gonna do the second round of core. Okay, so when you're ready, send the hips back and down. Load through those knees. Deep bend. Lift all the way up. Curl to press. We love a curl press. Full body movement. Keep that core engaged. Send the hips back and down. Use the mirror if you need to. Our knees are staying stacked, either over our ankles or between the ankles and the toes. You can give me 4 more. 3, 2, 1. This time as we drop it down, Lift the right heel. Lift the left heel. Bring it all the way back up, squat press. Drop it down, lift the right. Lift the left. Bring it all the way back up, squat to press. Core still engaged. We hold low in that squat. Can you drop the hips a little lower? Lift the chest a little higher. All of the things. We've got 3. 2. 1. This time as we drop it down, can you lift both heels for me? Squeeze the ball, drop it down, and press. Lower, lift, squeeze the ball, drop it down, and press. Guys, this is so exciting. We only have like 3 movements left. Give me 3. 2. 1. This time we're gonna drop it all the way down. Just lift the heels and lower. Lift the heels, lower. You can add a ball squeeze at the top if you're feeling real spicy. Can you give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep those hips low. We pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up. You may release the ball as long as you do not throw it at me with excitement. That was it, guys. Wasn't that so awesome? Love a leg day. Might not feel as awesome tomorrow when you sit down in your chair. That's okay. Love that. Get a drink of water. We'll meet back in a few more seconds. Finish off with some stretching that we absolutely need. Okay. We'll end with a few breaths. Deep breath in, and the knees reach up. If you don't bend the knees, I don't blame you. It's just my way to incorporate a little bit more legs into the stretch. Keeping that breath, slowing it down. Inhale, reach for the fingertips. Exhale, bend it down. Expand through the upper body. Open up the rib cage. Last 1. Deep breath in, reach all the way up. Feel free to link those fingers. Side bend left, side bend right. Find that length. And exhale, drop it all the way into a forward fold. Alternate bending either knee. We'll take another deep breath in. We're going to bend that right knee, lift up through the left arm, open that chest. Exhale, close it down. Same thing, bend the left knee, lift the right arm. Close it down. One more time, each side. Lift, bend. See if you can reach a little higher and close that gate. Lift. And close that gate. We'll take another deep breath in. Walk our hands all the way forward, finding that downward dog. Gently pedal out the feet, send the hips back, press through the palms, stretch through the backs of your legs. On that next inhale, you're gonna lift your left leg all the way up. Really find a deep bend. Option to bend the knee. And lift it up to the ceiling, gently trying to bring your heel to your glute. And when you exhale, we're gonna step our foot to the outside of our left hand. You have the option to drop that back knee. We're gonna go back into that bend and straighten. This time, as you straighten, you can take it all the way down. If you want more of a hamstring stretch. If you want more a calf stretch, you can lift the toes all the way up, as long as you don't look at my dirty socks. One last deep breath in. Let's end on that bend. We're gonna heel toe our foot to the inside of our mat. And we're gonna slowly lower into that pigeon pose. We're trying to keep our knee bent as parallel to the top of our mat as we can. Try not to rock your hips side to side either. You want your hips parallel to the floor beneath you and the wall in front of you. As you get comfortable, you can always walk your hands a little bit further forward. One more deep breath in. Let's walk it all the way back up. Curl the right toes up and underneath you. Step back, downward facing dog. And when you're ready, we're gonna pick that right leg all the way up. Inhale. Feel free to bend the knee. And exhale, stepping to the outside of that right hand. Dropping the back knee down. Feel free to straighten and rebend. One last deep breath in, rebend the leg. And gently heel toe to the inside of the mat. Coming into that pigeon pose. One more deep breath in. We'll walk our hands all the way back. Gently lean onto that right glute. Remain in that seated position. We're going to swing our left leg behind us just to get a little bit more of a calf stretch. Extend that right leg and gently lower down onto that opposite arm. Should be feeling it in the quad up to your hip. If you want, you can always add in an extra reach. Just depends on what your body's feeling today. More deep breath in. We'll push all the way back up. Same thing for the other leg. Swing that left leg out. Bring that right leg back. One more deep breath in. We'll bring it all the way back up. Finding that seated position. Deep breath in. Reach the arms up and overhead. Interlace. Press the palms up. Slight bend either side. When you're ready, we'll roll out the wrists, unhook the fingers, bring it all the way back down. Feel free to stay and stretch, but that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you for enduring that brutal leg day. I know you all loved it so much, so I will see you all again next Tuesday for our last week of classes.